right. Good morning, Engage Art community. My name is Renika Cheney, and I am the engagement director for Engage Art. And I'm so excited because I'm here with Kate. Kate, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Kate. I run communications for Engage Art. So
Yes,
glad to be with you all today.
yes. So all those amazing communications you see go out, or the wording in our social media, that is Kate behind that. And so you all know why you're here. We're excited because today we are talking about our Engage Art contest for 2026. We have gotten the question. I know, right? A little dance. I'm so excited.
Exciting.
We have gotten this question since our last contest in 2022. Are you all having another contest? We've probably gotten it multiple times over the years, and our answer has been, we don't know, maybe we can see. And so now we can definitely say that we are having an Engage Art contest opening January 2026. So we're here just to answer some of your questions, just some initial questions to get in to talk about the contest, but we also want you to know on our website, that is our email, on our website at engageart.org. You can find all the information about the contest, but you can also email us questions at this email at info@engageart.org. But we're just going to answer some initial questions that you might have and just let you know about the contest, why we're doing this, so you can start to get ready and prep whatever artwork it is to submit in January. So let's jump in, Kate. The first question is, why in the world are we having the Engage Art contest? You already know our slogan here is we want to engage culture, engage scripture, and engage art. And so one of the reasons that we're having this contest is because we want you, through your artwork, to draw people in through scripture. For 2026, our main goal, one of our main goals, is to get people in the scriptures, right? And so art is what we do here at Engage Art. And one of those ways that we draw people into the scriptures is through our artwork. And so we know that if people come in contact with scripture at least 4 times a week, that it significantly changes their lives. And that's what we want to do here at Engage Art, is to constantly put scripture in front of people, because we know that the scriptures help with our hearts and it helps with our daily living. So, Kate, I don't know if there's anything you might want to add to that, why we're doing the contest. I know scripture is the forefront of what we're doing here.
Yeah, I think that's we are so passionate that the arts are a calling from God, and a unique and beautiful and essential way to engage scripture and explore our lives. And so we want to celebrate artists by creating a space for you to engage scripture and share your art with the world.
Yeah.
And then we want to give the artwork to the world to draw people from around the world into new ways of engaging together in art and scripture.
Absolutely. And I think as you're talking, it reminds me of our Bible clusters, where we have scripture and we have an artist who creates some type of artwork that is inspired by the scripture. And I can't tell you how many times I've read the same scripture over and over, but because I've had someone's artwork in front of me, it's illuminated the scripture for me and drawn me closer to the scriptures in ways that I haven't seen before. And so I think this is our hope as well, is that as people engage with your art, it can also help illuminate the scriptures for people around the world, literally viewing your artwork. So let's go to the next question. How is this contest different from past Engage Art contests? Kate, as we were prepping for this, you said it beautifully. So I said, can I just kick this question to you? So Kate, I'm going to do that. Can I kick this question to you? How is this contest different from our past contests?
Absolutely. There are some ways that it's the same, some ways that it is broader, and some ways that it is more tightly focused, right? So here's what's the same, is that it is open to artists from around the world to create and share scripture-inspired art, along with a reflection on how your artwork explores scripture, wrestles with scripture, says something about scripture. That has, from day one, been central to Engage Art's vision. And so that's very much at the core of what we're doing right now.
Absolutely.
So that's one. How is it the same? How is it broader? The new Engage Art contest would like to encourage you to explore any part of scripture, the whole thing, So in the past, we've really tightly focused on the spiritual battle as explored in Ephesians 6, because we just feel like so much of our life, it's so helpful to remember that we are not fighting against flesh and blood, but in the spiritual world.
Yeah.
That God has gifts for us to help us engage in our world. And so that's still very true, but we want to open it to the whole of Scripture. We think there are really beautiful and interesting things to explore throughout this whole collection, 66 books. And so we would love to do that. So that's broader. As for what's tighter or leaner, I would say that we're a little bit leaner and meaner, more focused, not meaner, leaner, missionally focused now. So let me just bring you into a little bit of the history, which is that Engage Art began with a vision. Our founder, Bill Bance, really felt that God was leading him to gather artists from around the world and artwork from around the world, and to do this through a contest. And so there was this push until we reached the 2022, 2021 Engage Art contest, which was open worldwide and put over 700 works of art into our digital gallery. And then we sort of had frankly, a season of saying, okay, we need to discern, was that the vision fulfilled, or is there another chapter? And as we've been sitting and praying, we really feel like the heart for Engage Art is needed today more than ever. More than ever, we need to come together instead of apart. We need artists to bring what they have of value into the church and the world. We need the world and the church to be coming back into Scripture, kind of cutting through fluff, or, really just exploring what God has to say to them. And so we said, we want to have a contest again. So there are no cash prizes this year. There's not the jurying will be different. We're really wanting to focus on the Scripture inspiration at the heart of the contest. And so what we're doing is we're partnering with YouVersion, which is a Bible app, and winners will be showcased on YouVersion, which is just about 1 billion users. It's that app on your phone, Scripture. And so we will be featuring our winners on YouVersion and really focusing on the Scripture reflection as a part of it. But what would you add to that, Monica, to clarify or expand?
No, I love that. And I just put something up here, just to say, download the YouVersion app right now and start looking around the app if you have not downloaded it, in Scripture, and start thinking about maybe just artworks that you can use. You can start to formulate and create. So with the YouVersion app. And I think what I would maybe just add, or maybe not add, but just kind of talk a little bit more about what you said is, I know in the past we've had that theme of the spiritual battle. We've always gotten the question, well, is there something else we can create artwork on? And we've been like, nope, it's just the spiritual battle. But this is the time. Now the answer is yes. You can submit on any theme, any topic, any scripture for this contest. So it does not just have to be on the spiritual battle. So I know we've gotten that question so many times in the past. Yeah. I think you did a great job of, just outlining what is different, but also what is always at the heart of what we want to do here in terms of Scripture. So I love that. All right. And then I want people.
Can I just share that we have an artist, we have a community group on Facebook. And so one of the artists who's in our group, who's wonderful, has been sharing a series of artwork that's inspired by the idea of fishing and being fishers of men. It is such a beautiful series that Suki is painting and sharing. And, in a past year, we might have said, this is great, but it's not Ephesians. And now we say, this is great. Let's share it.
Exactly.
Let's share it with the world. So we really want to bring that all into play.
Yeah, that's a good example. And shout out to Suki. So if y'all could go over to our Facebook group and just see some of the things that Suki has been posting, and you all make sure you continue to post your own artwork and information as well. She's such a good example. We got a thumbs up there from somebody. So maybe, I don't know if it's Suki or somebody else, but, and also guys, remember, you can comment on this live right now. And so we'll try to answer any questions that you have in the time that we have. So feel free to comment, ask questions. We can see those as well. All right. So the next question is, what kinds of artwork can I submit? We want your original artwork that is inspired by Scripture. So your artwork has to be inspired by something in the Scriptures, and original. So those are the 2 points: original, Scripture inspired artwork. And then along those lines, what are the two contest categories? So if you remember from last year, or sorry, our last contest, they are the same categories, and that is visual arts and video arts, right? So visual arts, video arts, visual painting, sculptures, all the above, and then video arts, your music videos, short films, animation, spoken word. And so you can submit in those two categories. And again, make sure you go to our website where there is more information there for you as well. So anything on that, Kate, that I said, or anything that I'm missing there?
No, I think that's exactly right. Original, your artwork. We want to hear from you.
Mm-hmm.
Scripture inspired.
Yep.
All points of view, so long as they're respectful, are
Yeah.
encouraged. We would love to hear from different perspectives and backgrounds and ways of looking at things. Visual and video arts will have two different categories to put it into, but yeah, your piano composition, your dance piece, anything.
Yeah.
We'd love it.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. So another question here. When does the contest open and close? So the contest opens January 1st, 2026, and it closes January 31st, 2026. So you have an entire month where the contest is open, but that doesn't mean you start to create then. You can start creating right now for the contest to be ready when it opens in January. And so the other thing that comes to mind is I want you to spread the word, tell other people about the contest as well. And that is open. I think the more art we have and the more scripture inspired art that we have is great. So go ahead and mark your calendars. Know that January 1st, the contest is open and it closes January the 31st. So, all right. So Kate, we're going to kind of switch to asking you questions. Who in the world can enter? Who can enter this contest?
Everyone can enter. Anyone can enter. The contest is open worldwide from any country. To amateur artists, professional artists, if you're creating at your kitchen table, or if you have a lab, a studio, and a university, on all of the above, we would love to invite you to participate. Our only rule is that entrance must be 18 or older. Okay, so if you are younger, if you're a youth and an artist and you would like to enter, then you need to partner up with a parent, an adult who can enter on your behalf.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can enter as a team as well. So you can enter yourself, or your music group can enter as a team, or you can enter as, like, we've had some artwork collectives enter as teams in the past, or some schools of art that have entered on behalf of a whole class or a group, and you pick a team leader and you enter as a team. That's also allowed.
That's good. Yep. So anybody can enter. I love that. This next question, what makes a strong artist statement? I'm going to ask you, Kate, to answer that. And I think the only statement I'll say before that is I remember that for Bill Bance, the visionary of Engage Art, I remember him being adamant about this is something that artists need to do. They need to be able to write about the artwork that they are submitting that has been inspired by scripture. And at first I was like, I don't understand, like he was adamant. But I remember reading through the artist statement and just how important it was for people to be able to write about the work that they're submitting. So what makes a strong artist statement?
It needs to be from the heart. Your artist statement needs to share from you, and it needs to share about something about how or why you created, your process, what inspired you. We definitely want to hear your thoughts about the scripture passage that you've chosen and how your artwork is exploring it. It does not have to be a 10-page essay. It should be from your heart, but it is absolutely a part of your submission. And we would love to include it when we showcase your art, to include excerpts from your statement to help draw people into their engagement.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's good. And I had one last question, but I think we answered this one in the front end of this, which is basically how is this contest the same as past Engage Art contests? And we've talked about that. Scripture. I don't know if there's anything else we need to necessarily add to that. But hey, that is the end of the questions that we have for today. We just wanted to delve in and kind of open the window to say, hey, the contest is open. Yes, it is truly open. And here are some questions to get you started. And so we do plan to do a live where we'll go a little bit deeper in some more of those questions. But I want to make sure you all please go to the website engageart.org, where you will see information up already about the contest. Go ahead and read through that, and that will answer a lot of your questions, all the questions that you have. But then also remember, you can go ahead and send us an email at info@engageart.org. Before I end, Kate, because sometimes I'm just like, oh, I'm excited, I want to go, just making sure that there's nothing that I'm forgetting or anything that you want to add.
I was so privileged to be part of Engage Art in the last contest cycle. And I have to say that, like, I was so lucky. I was working in the back, kind of behind the scenes, and reviewing artwork and moving it through. And so some of you I've already connected with in the past, but looking at the artwork and engaging it from all around the world, from different backgrounds, people sharing stories about a season of life that inspired them to create, or about something in the world that they're engaging with in a new and thoughtful way, it has been so powerful in my own life.
Yeah.
Thank you all for creating.
Absolutely.
Super quick details. You will submit your art through our website, and we will have like demo questions so you can get everything ready before January. But you'll submit it through the website. It is a virtual contest, so you can actually retain your physical copy of your artwork for yourself. Just wanted to share that we are a ministry. This is what we do. We do it because we really feel like God has blessed artists, and we want to showcase you. So we're excited to see what you come up with.
Good. I'm glad you added that. Thanks for that, Kate. And then just to show people here a little bit of a flyer here for the contest. So you can go ahead and just see that, accepting submissions starting January 2026. And I just want to add this because we are coming towards the end of October, and we have several events, online events that are going on where we continue to try to help us be engaged in scripture. I want to remind people that next Tuesday at 8 p.m., Tuesday the 28th, this says Bible cluster, but actually Donna's going to be giving her testimony next Tuesday. So come ready to hear her testimony, to delve into scripture, and then maybe even share parts of your own testimony. So this is where an artist comes and she just shares about what the Lord has done and is doing in her life. And it's a great time of encouragement. The last person that we had was Bryce from Nigeria. And so we want you all to just come out. Have for that today. We answered some questions. I don't see anything in the chat, at least. So if you guys have any questions, remember to go ahead and just send us an email at info@engageart.org. Kate, we did it. We talked about the contest.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this contest.
Yes, yes, yes. And then I'll just end this way. As always, you know that we always want you to take some time today to engage culture, to engage scripture, and to engage art. Bye, everybody. Thank you.